Hi guys, so welcome to my very belated review of Robot Wars Series 1 or Series 8. Robot Wars 2016 we'll call it. I am sorry it's been a while, I've been meaning to do it for ages, just haven't got around to it. And there's now a video I want to do instead of this one, but I can't do it yet. Basically, in short, I have this here, which says Robot Wars Audience. I was lucky enough to go and see the filming of Robot Wars Series 2 or 9 live up in Glasgow, and I've got a little bit of footage from it, nothing much, but basically I want to talk about it without spoiling things, and they said no spoilers, and that's fair enough. I'm not going to be a dick about it, so I will film that video probably today, to be honest, but I will not be uploading that until Series 2 is aired, because I don't want to ruin stuff. But in doing that, I thought I do want to do some. I haven't done a video for ages, so I thought, sorry, I'm going to review Series 1 like I said I would. So overall, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I was really pleased with the way it could have, it could have been a big flop, could have been a disaster. It was not, in my opinion. It was well presented, reasonably well edited. Some of the camera angles, maybe they're getting used to filming these battles again, as a bit choppy. There's a few complaints from people about filming kind of through the plexiglass. I did think that was kind of maybe they could have some remote control cameras from the other side, but it didn't bother me too much. To be honest, for all of this, any tiny complaint I have, Robot Wars is back on TV. I can't complain about anything at all. I like the new house robots. I think they needed to be improved. Excuse me. The classic ones obviously were superb. They're, like I've said in previous videos, iconic in my childhood, and I'm glad they kept the characters, as it were. But they did need updating. The new competitor robots, they're so destructive, so violent. I don't think the old ones would have stood up to them, to be honest. So I'm glad they kept the characters but have updated them. Again, initial reaction, there's a tendency for nostalgia to have a bit of a grip on things a little too much. So as soon as I found out there was new house robots, I was, oh god, no, that's always ruined already. But no, you've got to think about it. You've got to let things go. I think they do have a nice mix in this between respecting the old series, but also bringing things forward, updating things. The same with the arena. I think the old wooden floor, etc. It was getting a bit battered. I think I like the new metal floor, the whole new arena. I think it needed a revamp. Well, not to mention the old one was scrapped anyway, so might as well build a nice new one. Having said the house robots were now improved and I was quite excited about them, the whole series, this was my biggest gripe with it, I'd say, they didn't do really much at all. They just didn't get involved, really. I think it was partly due to the format. I like the style of the kind of like mini league thing where they have to repair their robots for the next fight. That had quite a kind of vibe of the old Annihilator fights, which I quite like that aspect of it. It really tests the team's engineering skills if they can quickly get their robot back together, ready for the next fight. But it meant that the house robots couldn't come in at the end of a fight when a robot was knocked out and do some damage, go mad for the crowd. But again, from what I've seen of Series 2, they seem to have dealt with that in quite a good way. Again, no spoilers. The lack of house robot action actually led me to really not like Apollo. I know I probably should. I shouldn't. I'm a kid all over again. I hate them. It was something about the fact that the house robots didn't dish out much damage, but then they got flipped about by Apollo. And for some reason, I was like, whoa, Apollo, don't dish out more on them than they've been able to dish out. That's just unfair. So yeah, I was annoyed when they won, really pathetically. But never mind. But my other favourite, yeah, I really liked Carbide. Obviously, that thing was ferocious. I think again the kind of rush production led to maybe robots like Carbide and Pulsar maybe not getting quite as, like, they were really good robots, but they were a little bit unreliable. So I think maybe again, hopefully in season 2, they'll have tweaked a little bit some of their designs so that they are like I said, they were good designs, but hopefully they'll be better built. That's what I'm saying. I liked that there was quite a few young teams, so I liked the guy from Pulsar and TR2. That was nice to see. Some guys young like myself who'd watched it as a kid, and then young like myself, I'm young, you see. Anyway, like myself who'd watched it as a kid and really loved it, but were now entering themselves, I think that's really cool. I really liked Gabriel. I thought that was at first I saw it a big sort of massive, silly, mad wheel thing, and I thought, oh, so it's just another joke entry. But I thought it was a really intriguing design, the way it took like Ironside 3's hits with that ferocious spinner, and it just kind of absorbed the hits rather than try to sort of stay solid against them. I thought that was an intriguing design, and that was quite cool to see. So another aspect a few people had a bit of an issue with was the lack of music during the fights. And that wouldn't have bothered me, to be honest, except that they kept adding this kind of clang sound effect. I don't know if anyone else noticed it. This just weird, like, clang, clang all the time.
Hold him in there! The arena floor, Supernova back in the action.
And it got really distracting, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's added. I didn't hear it at all when we saw it being filmed. And I don't know, maybe they had an issue with the sound, maybe they didn't pick up any sound at all from inside the arena or something, and they had to just quickly fix it post-production. But I found it very annoying, and why add it? The robots, they made a cool noise, when they were fighting, there was a lot of smashing and whirring and, could describe that noise properly. So I didn't see the point of adding that. That was weird, I found. But the actual lack of music itself, that didn't really bother me, to be honest. I think the new presenters, Dara Breen and Angela Scanlon, did an excellent job. I think they were a good level of enthusiastic about trying to steal the show at all, I think. And they seemed genuinely interested as well. They didn't seem to just be like, cool, what's your robot? It was all very much like, oh, wow, how's it work? How's this do? They were really good. I know a lack of Craig Charles was controversial, but I think maybe his dizzying, let's go Mandel, would have got a little bit... Maybe that was a happy childhood memory that would have got a bit trying seeing it now. The way they've done the show, I don't think it would have fitted in quite as well. So, I don't know. For me, I don't mind that Craig Charles isn't in it. I like that they got across the sense of good sportsmanship behind the scenes, people helping each other fix their robots for a good fight, which, like I say, was an important thing in the old one. I'm glad they had that. And I love the judges segments talking about current robotics, etc., the advancements. I think that really added to the educational value, which again was an important part of the show growing up. Overall then, I absolutely loved it, but then it's tricky for me. Being such a massive fan of Robot Wars, they probably could have made the world's crappiest series and I'd have been like, it's Robot Wars, it's so good. But I'm really trying to wedge all that to one side and actually think about it in a critical way. But I think, a few teething troubles aside, I think they've done an excellent job of rebooting it. It's a nice mix of respect to the old series while making it their own with the new series, like the new style. So I'm really pleased, really excited about Series 2. Like I say, I know there's a few of the little aspects which I had a problem with have been dealt with for this series, so I'm really excited to watch Season 2 and hopefully beyond. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Sorry it's been a little bit of a gap between videos, but look out for my video which I'll be doing on Seeing It Live, which I'll be uploading after Season 2. See you later.